Last session, I put the link on Discord and in Roll20 if anybody wants to read along, follow along in their book. Session 53 last time was, I called it Deckard's Dance, and the subtitle was Who the Fuck is in My Tower? All right. After blasting the group with lightning, the massive blue dragon floated up and then rolled into a dive towards the battered group. Spargle's animated rocks pummeled the beast as it barreled down. Esmeralda, still smoldering from the dragon's breath, moved towards Juniper while snatching a vial of red liquid from her pouch. As the healing potion poured down her throat, the forest gnome's eyes blinked open. Glad to be alive, but disappointed to find that her mustache was fried during the ordeal. Deckard realized that their best option might be solving the puzzle, and dashed to the ruined door. He did the old Amphail jig, mirroring the moves of the symbols around the door, which drew the dragon's attention. It dove towards the blood hunter. Thornton leaped towards Juniper and firmly laid his hands on the forest gnome. A divine glow embraced her. He also handed her a healing potion. She felt much better, still mainly concerned about her missing facial hair. Alaric sized up his spear and felt confident in its length and girth, but unfortunately the dragon was just out of his reach. So instead of attacking, he ran over to bolster Spargle's powers with his blood magic. Oddly, nothing happened, and the barbarian flew into a wild rage. Juniper, now entirely rejuvenated, jumped into the air and twisted into the form of a giant vulture. Seeing this, Ragnar ran toward her, screaming, "Somebody's got to distract this blue piece of garbage while they do the stupid dance moves. Looks like that's us, bird." Ragnar jumped on Juniper's back as they raced towards the dragon, attempting to prevent the beast from disrupting Deckard. Ragnar tried to taunt the dragon away, but the intelligent creature smirked and refocused on its greatest threat, who was dancing below. Spargle attempted to transform the stone wall of the tower into a shield around the door. He managed to avoid some of the electricity while touching the wall, but his magic failed him too. The dragon's shadow grew around them as it rapidly descended. Glowing rocks continued to barrage the beast. Ignoring this, the dragon snapped its massive jaws at Deckard, narrowly missing him, but not before slashing Spargle with a mighty claw. Deckard calmly turned his focus back to the door and completed the last few steps of the dance. Immediately, the energy arcing around the tower faded. The dragon, mere inches away from Deckard, growled, "No," as it vanished out of existence. The front door clicked and then slowly swung open. The group entered. The structure was a mess, looking somewhat frail and reeking of mildew. The party discovered an elevator shaft with a platform suspended by thick chains high above. 4 strange statues held the chains. Juniper, still in the form of a vulture, flew Ragnar to the upper portion of the tower. The warrior noted that this level was equally dilapidated. Ragnar signaled her to fly in closer so that he could jump to the ledge. The giant bird obliged, but as soon as Ragnar landed on the scaffolding, the entire thing collapsed and the burly dwarf slammed down onto sharp debris. While he was brushing himself off, Juniper's magic also abruptly fizzled, instantly transforming her back into her regular gnome self. Unfortunately, she was still 40 feet in the air and came crashing down a few feet away from the bloodied dwarf. They dragged themselves back inside with the others. Now that they were safely in the tower, they all decided to take a bit of a breather. While they tried to relax, they heard the sound of wolves howling nearby. It seemed they were coming closer. Spargle hunted around for some rocks, saving the prettiest ones for Juniper. In turn, Juniper gifted a particularly fancy stone to Esmeralda as thanks for saving her life. Ez genuinely appreciated the gesture. They investigated the statues. Each of them held a chain that went up into the ceiling. As Deckard approached, the figures suddenly moved. In unison, all of them turned their heads, staring at him as if waiting instructions. "Lower the platform," the fighter shouted, and sure enough, the magical constructs lowered the elevator as everyone climbed onto the seemingly sturdy deck. "Raise the platform." Once again, they obeyed, and the entire party started to rise into the tower. The movement was a little jerky and uneven, cattywampus even, but continued to carry them upward. As they rose the tower, each floor seemed a bit rotted, uninhabited, and devoid of all but garbage and mold. Deckard instructed the golems to keep taking them up. "Clay fellas, one more floor, boys." Eventually, they reached the uppermost level. Unlike the rest of the tower, this room seemed fair, furnished, and recently occupied. I won't reread the description, but there was a desk, there was a chair, a bed, suit of armor, wooden chest. Immediately, the group started searching through the room for any clues about Van Richten or his whereabouts. On a desk, Spargle found a map of Barovia, a near replica of the one they received from the Wachters. Deckard noted that someone had slept in the bed recently. He also caught the scent of lavender coming from a wooden chest, which he popped open. Inside, he was surprised to find the perfectly preserved head of a Vistana man. Deckard lifted the severed head by its long hair and presented it to Esmeralda. "Damn it, Doctor, he did it again." As she explained that one of Van Richten's tactics was to keep the head of his slain adversaries and later use a speak with dead spell to interrogate them. This Vistana must have had some information the doctor sought. Spargle noted that while in the tower, he could not use any of his spells, making him realize that they were in some anti-magic field, which seemed to surround the entire building. Thoradin searched the bed, mainly for something to put in his belly, but didn't find anything. Juniper examined the suit of armor. It was human-sized plate in good condition. Spargle popped open a long, somewhat hidden tray drawer in the drafting desk, which contained an elaborate set of clues and notes. The wizard made a copy of the board. Esmeralda confirmed that the doctor typically would keep his notes organized in such a manner, and she studied them as well. They noted that the monster hunter had some information about the group themselves. Deckard inadvertently disclosed to Ez that he had a run-in with werewolves and had undergone a transformation himself. This revelation immediately raised suspicion in their new companion. She stepped back while reaching for her silvered sword. Deckard attempted to talk himself out of it, stammering something about a religious transformation. This only further concerned her. "Are you a werewolf?" she asked coolly. Deckard drew his crossbow. As this started to spiral, Juniper and Spargle vouched for him, saying that he is not entirely a werewolf and seems to have control over it. She focused on Deckard with a look of fear and suspicion. Knowing she was outnumbered, she continued to retreat towards the open window, slowly. However, Thoradin... So I had to retcon this, Matt. I forgot. In the session, you were in an anti-magic field. You actually weren't able to cast Hold. We're gonna.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
No, it was my fault for not catching it, but it doesn't really change anything. In fact, it's probably better because casting a spell on her probably would have just irked her later. So we'll just say that you talked to her as you did and convinced her that Deckard was all right. You rolled a natural 20 too, so that helped. She agreed to stand down, at least until she could consult with Van Richten. But she stated that she'd be keeping an eye on Deckard and that she had never met a werewolf who could fully control his condition. Deckard further explained that the werewolves in this land are divided into two sides, one led by Kirill and the other by someone named Emil, and that the Kirill fella was a bad dude. Emil's group were the ones that Deckard had met. On cue, Deckard's ears perked up at the sound of wolves encroaching on the tower. "Heck, I don't even know if we'll get out of here without running into them." Spargle peeked out the windows looking for the approaching wolves, but didn't see them yet. Ragnar inspected the suit of armor, seeing if it was of a familiar design. He realized that it was fastened together in a way that would prepare it for some enchantment. Spargle knew that it would likely have a command word to activate if it were magical. They asked Esmeralda if she could think of any words that Van Richten would use for such a thing. She thought for a moment and shouted Erasmus, Drusilla, Ingrid, Matthias, but none of those made the armor do anything interesting. They were about to give up when Spargle said, "What was that word above the front door?" Which Ragnar replied, "Kazan?" So this is another thing I had to retcon. I incorrectly stated in our last session that the suit of armor kind of went over to Spargle and was under his command, but Ragnar's the one that said the word. So immediately the suit of armor sprang to life and walked over to Ragnar, awaiting his command. So Ragnar, I think I put it in the D&D party loot in Discord. Okay, so if you get the link there, you'll see what you have, and you can essentially give it commands. But otherwise, it acts sort of autonomously. However, before they could interact with it further, the howling grew more distinct as a pack of wolves seemed to be very near the tower. Through the myriad of howls, they also heard the desperate shouting of an old man. "Who the fuck is in my tower? Fuck! Well, fucking help!" They looked out and saw Van Richten himself running full steam down the causeway towards the tower, a huge pack of wolves snapping at his heels. So there's a lot of wolves. Also, he's running on foot And he's an old dude, but he's actually skimming the edge of the water in the causeway. And oddly, he's like not getting stuck in the muck. He's just kind of running on it like it's concrete. Anyone paying attention finds it kind of odd. I'm also going to show you guys an aerial view of the tower, because I found it and it looks cool, and it also explains the sort of scale. All right. So, what do you guys want to do? You're up in the tower. You got the suit of armor. Esmeralda's up there. The elevator's up there. You're looking. Anyone who's looking out the little windows or arrow slits sees this old man running towards the tower, screaming, and a bunch of wolves behind him.
What do I want to do? I want to go home. That's what I want to do.
You click your heels together.
So are we all on the top floor still, or did we come down?
You're still on the top floor.
Say we go to the elevator, right?
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, we
Get
should
out of here and get him.
All right, just so I can be ready in case. Can you go ahead and everybody roll initiative?
We're pre-rolling initiative now. Now that's what... we're bad people.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I needed to roll with it advantage. I didn't know I had to right-click on this part. I thought that was just for the separate skills. Never mind. So 22 for me.
You'll take the 22. Okay.
You should go for help.
I don't even use it. I get Deep Thunder now.
Juniper, you got a 14.
Mm-hmm.
All right, nice rolls. Jeez. All right, so let's see. So that puts Alaric at 21. Ragnar next at 19. Spargle at 18. Deckard 15. Ooh. Juniper 14. Wow, those are ridiculously good rolls there. Thoradin 15.
Hope we didn't burn out our good rolls here. Come on, save them for the battle.
Okay. All right. Thanks. All right. So what is it that you guys want to do?
I think
Head
we
down.
Yeah.
Well,
For
do we have a good vantage point of what's happening? Oh, well. So, looking at this little map here, like how closely is he being followed? Looking at this picture, like how much lead does this dude have on these wolves?
All right, I'll take you to a more descriptive map here.
Thanks, brother.
Oh shit, that's a lot of wolves.
That's a lot of wolves.
Oh my god.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
Are you?
What's that from? Why am I blanking on that?
Jaws.
God.
It's a lot of wolves. Lots of bad.
Believe me, we have the best wolves.
This isn't good.
Find it.
So this is all the scale and should be fairly accurate as of this moment.
So
you
can
use your- yeah.
can the sharper-eyed people see very well from the windows, like Deckard?
Yeah, it's about 6 or 7 p.m. The moon is starting to rise. It's misty on this lake and kind of the water's dark, but you guys have pretty fair visibility. You can see as far as this map goes, all of you really.
So Ragnar wants to ask Deckard, hey Deckard, can you tell if those are regular wolves or if those are shape changers?
Deckard looks to the heavens and asks, "Can I tell if these are?"
Oh jeez, dude, now you just.
No, I mean,
Oh, God.
you can see them clearly, but they all look like regular wolves.
You smell anything?
Yeah, I can't tell, man. They look like regular wolves to me.
Okay.
But I guess we better unlock that door for him.
Is there still an anti-magic shell around the area? That's still a thing, right? So that means I have no devotion aura.
As far as you know,
Shit.
you
I
can
think
try
we got to
cast
go
it.
outside. Some of us got to go outside and make a bottleneck.
I think we
Well-
should.
I think that since these are animals that are approaching this guy, Juniper would probably try to push her way to the front and maybe yell for them to stop. Can she speak with them? I think she can only speak to...
We had a warlock that could do that.
We had people that used to talk to wolves. I don't
Well,
know.
It's not the actual spell. I think it's just from being a druid. Give me just a second.
Do the wolves have siege weapons? Because if they don't, maybe we should just barricade in the tower. Just thought.
We gotta save Diggory Kirk though.
Yeah, we can.
We're losing time here. Why don't we run down and at least let this dude in the tower? We can figure it out from there.
Yeah, that's a good
yeah,
idea.
I think that's what we said.
I'll drink to that.
Hey, Dan, can I
Yep.
just kind of tell the armor to follow me? Like, will it just kind of
Yeah,
like
go
follow
ahead.
me like in
What are
Warcraft?
you saying?
I kind of look over to the armor and just say, "Follow me," and await instructions.
What the fuck are we doing?
Okay, the armor it kind of like jerks around robotically and says, "You are a handsome and brilliant mage," and it walks up like inches behind you and just kind of like is kind of like just twitching as it's just activated.
I give him a little salute. I'll be asking Ben Richten about that line.
It's like the robot from Rocky 4. It's just weird, man.
Happy birthday, Paulie. What's up, stud?
Yeah, right. All right, let's
So,
let him in.
Let's jump on the elevator and go down and let Grandpa in.
So Amber, you were probably thinking of speak with small beasts.
Yeah, that might have been it. I don't think they're small, though.
Mm-mm.
That's like for chinchillas and ferrets.
This is
Yeah,
a
if you want to talk to like a ferret.
Is it possible that we've mistakenly identified them as wolves when actually he's being chased by ferrets?
Nope,
Alright.
definitely not ferrets.
Howling ferrets.
So you guys jump in the elevator and go down? Is that the game plan?
Yep.
Is
You're-
there like a fireman's pole that I could just go down to express, or it's just like the elevator system?
You could jump out the window.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, falling 40 feet ain't fun. Pro tip.
Dwarves are
Done it.
pretty sturdy.
Excellent fallers.
All right, let's go. Let's go down the elevator.
Okay. I'm gonna say it'll take about 2 turns to get down the elevator.
So that's two. So that's like two minutes probably, right?
That's like about like
Minute and a half.
it's probably longer than that. That's about 12 seconds or so. It probably takes about 30 seconds, but I'll say your weight, collective weight, kind of gravity is bringing it down pretty quick. It hits down sharply on the bottom floor. The front door was open, so in the time that you guys took to get down there, Van Richten has run into the building, and he looks up and he's like, "Oh, it's you! Well, good, I guess. Why'd you open the door?" And let's see. I'm just gonna move the pack a little bit north in that same time frame. I'm gonna say that you guys landed on the bottom floor, and you kind of are all in the position you're at right there. Thoradin,
Yeah.
you are like you're looking right at this old guy, and it's the guy that you guys saw at the Blue Water Inn. He looks a little different. Like he kind of like when he'd walk in and out of the Blue Water Inn, a couple times you saw him, he was like real kind of like hunched over and just sort of kind of keeping to himself, and here he looks a lot more, of course, animated and terrified and excited. But you kind of like look around him to see what's going on with this pack of wolves, and you see at the head of the pack there's a larger wolf who like peels off, kind of cuts left and goes over to this rock, and you see a couple of the other wolves have something on their backs, like a bundle of something, a cloth, like a sack of stuff, and they roll up, and these sacks fall on the ground, and that's what you see. As the rest of the wolves all continue to just sort of move towards the tower, they're just running, kind of full steam towards the tower, except for this one little group that peeled off to the side. And Rictavio's walked up to you guys. You want to say anything to him?
What is his size, his build, his frame? What does he look like physically?
He looks like Indiana Jones. Like a rugged.
Which movie though? Like Crystal Skull or Temple of Doom?
No, by like The Last Crusade.
Okay, like borderline old, but still got some juice.
That's
right.
right.
So I say to him, get your old scrawny ass in, lad. We gotta board up the tower, lad. Yes, sir.
He says, there's a lot of them. If you would have left the door shut, they couldn't have got in, but whatever. And then he looks up over you, and he sees Esmeralda, who is also just standing at. They make eye contact, and her mouth's wide open, and his eyes go super wide. And he's almost in shock, and she looks a little sheepish, ish. And he almost isn't paying. He almost like loses focus of everything that's going on around him, and doesn't even pay you attention for a couple seconds, Thornton.
We gonna board up this door or what? We can all, shake hands and kiss necks.
Yeah, you
later.
Done sucking each other. Can we get Is there a way to board up the door here? Is there wood, or there is
And you get your dragon back.
Are there latches?
Should we just jump on the lift?
Oh yeah, good idea, Thornton. Spargle. I've been drinking too much.
I'm like 4 big margaritas in right now.
So Van Richten stumbles in and seems to kind of like weave around the group, looking at Esmeralda and kind of walking over towards her. And you guys are saying that, and he goes, yeah, we could go up, or we could board the door. I mean, they're going to be here in seconds.
Oh shit! We're still in the anti-magic. I can't do dick.
How long would it take for like me, Thornton, and Alaric to drag the wagon in front of the door? Too long, or?
Your movement wouldn't cost anything. I mean, if you were really pulling it, I'd say 2 turns.
What about all that shit on the first floor? Are there like big crates or anything that they could?
There's a lot of busted up debris and stuff.
What we could do is we could shut the door, and maybe Ragnar could get his buddy to hold on to the door while we all go up.
Yeah.
Like a Hodor situation, just let him.
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, the door.
He's Hodor.
Hold the door.
All right, so everybody let's grab some crates, block this thing up, and we'll tell Tingles to hold the door.
So if you guys are doing that as a group, I'm gonna say we're now in rounds, and I'm gonna start going through turns here. Let's see. So, all right. So, Alaric, I'll skip your turn. You're with the group. Let's see. How is this all going to work here? Okay. So one of these wolves runs. Let's see. They can go 40 feet. Okay. Let's see. 40 feet. This guy, this wolf here, steps back, or climbs up onto this rock. You guys see this as you're sort of scrambling around. I guess Deckard, Thornton, you're by the door, and you're kind of still watching as everybody's collecting all this wood to barricade the door. And you see that one wolf go up on this rock and kind of sit there as he transforms into this naked human man with a big beard. And he's standing there, and he reaches down, and what you see is that the bundle of stuff that they dropped, he picks up this long javelin, and he pulls it back, and he's kind of aiming towards the front of the tower. But that's all he does right now. Ragnar, Spargle, Rictavio, you guys all did your thing this round. The wolf moves. Another wolf moves up. Another wolf moves up. Thornton, Deckard, Juniper. This wolf over here comes over towards that dude. Let's see. They're all just advancing. It's just like this. If you looked across, it's almost like a triangle coming at you. They're just prowling up towards the group here at this point. Let's see. This one kind of rushes up. One stays there. Comes up.
If Deckard had a lick of charisma, he might try and convert all these wolves.
Mother Knight.
Come follow Mother Knight.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys have collected up a bunch of wood. These wolves are coming at the front door. It's kind of. I'll say it's back to your turn now.
Okay.
We're back top of the order.
Okay.
So now we're going person by person. So Alaric, what do you want to do?
I mean, I get. So is the doorway pretty barricaded at this point? Like, can I when I look at it, am I like, oh, that looks like it'll be good, or I should keep doing more of that?
They've gathered up all the stuff. The door is closing now. You guys, this will be your last. You're not going to see anything outside of here unless you're looking out the windows and stuff. So as soon as that door closes, you guys have lost visibility. And it's closing.
Then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and until, I mean, I know there's a lot of different things happening at once. I'm going to try to help hold the door or keep the debris up or whatever I need to do to stop these wolves from getting in there for now.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. Why don't you just for give me a strength check.
Okay. Can I can't go here because that's where all the stuff is, right?
You could go there, but then
I mean, would I be there? I don't know how I can.
This is pretty tight in here, so these are only 5-foot squares. So you would be kind of blocking the doorway. So if your objective was to be the one to hold the door and stand there, good. If you wanted someone to get past you either direction, you can't really be there.
Well, I know. I mean, I heard the plan of what we were gonna do, but I figure at this point, I'm not gonna like jump on the elevator and like just sit there and wait for everybody. I'm just gonna go try to hold the door in case one of these wolves gets there quicker than the rest or something.
Yeah, that's cool.
And you said make strength check?
Yeah, make a strength check. I don't know that we'll need it, but this is sort of like, this is how well you're pushing up against the door. Okay. All right. Okay, so this wolf here. This wolf comes running towards this wolf just slams itself up against the door. Rolled a natural 1. You feel the door. You hear what sounds like a child, like feels like a child smacking its hand on the back of the door. No more force than that. And then you hear what sounds like a puppy squealing on the other side of the door. You don't know what happened exactly, but that's what you heard. All right. Okay. And then you hear, it's followed very shortly after that with a thunk, and you see the tip of a javelin come about 6 inches through the center of the door, kind of like sticks right through. Ragnar, it's your turn.
Okay. First, when do I control Mega Man? Now or later?
I have him. I
has his
have him on his own turn order. So
Okay.
you can verbally give him an instruction each turn without using anything. That's just you talking, but he won't do it until it's his turn.
Okay. All right. So first, I'm going to tell Mega Man, go help the big orc guy hold that door closed, and wait for further instruction. Then, what I want to do. So, right over here, where it's the most narrow, in the little hallway area. Do you guys ever see on like Bear Grylls or whatever, or Les Stroud, when they make those snares that animals get their necks caught in, and they like break their neck when they're running around, and like a rabbit gets his neck caught in there and then just snaps? I kind of want to do something like that, or at least set up a tripwire
Okay.
for the first idiot that runs through.
Sure.
It
All
just
right.
made me really sad thinking about a rabbit breaking its neck.
Oh no, I hate that. I hate when that happens, but that's the only way I knew how to explain it.
It's either me or the rabbit. I'm picking me.
Was it an evil rabbit?
Yeah,
Who's
it
evil?
was Donnie Darko.
Oh God. Ugh.
Break his neck.
Fuck that movie.
Yeah, I hate that movie. I wish I never watched it. Horrifying.
That's one of my favorite movies. I've watched it like 100 times.
It freaked me out so much.
Can you make a survival check?
Yes, I can. Where is it? There it is. Decent roll.
Awesome. All right. Now that's going to be your action for the turn.
Okay.
Hold on, I have to keep resetting my camera. All right, so you grab some string and twine and stuff as Alaric's standing in front of the door, and you kind of fashion it into this little bit of a tripwire that comes right across the front of the door. It's somewhat covered, but it's pretty concealed with all the sort of other debris and stuff that's there.
I just make sure to let everybody know where it is so that they don't accidentally set it off.
At least the people around you kind of like signal to and point it, and they get it, I think.
Okay.
All right, Sparkle, it's your turn.
There's not like a bar or anything. The Lark's holding it. There's not like a, you know what I mean, like a drop board.
Nope, not on the door.
Is there any like, and there's no like lock or anything from the inside that you can see?
No, it was magically locked. It's a pretty solid door, in good shape, but no, there's no locks and there's no like bar kind of thing on the backside.
I wonder if our little dance thing would relock it. The arrow slits on the walls. Are these any of these like? This is Sparkle, right? Like, can I see out any of those things, or are they higher up?
So there aren't arrow slits on the first floor.
It's up higher. Okay.
Yeah. This floor is just all stone block walls all the way around, no windows or arrow slits.
I know it's not my turn. I'm sorry. Are those wide enough for the wolves to get through? I'm sorry to interrupt.
The arrow slits?
Yeah.
Good question.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's always. What do the walls taste like? What's the floor smell like? You know.
What's the floor smell like?
No, I don't think you wouldn't think that a normal sized wolf could get through the arrow slits.
I mean, traditionally, those arrow slits in medieval
Very narrow.
towers are, maybe like 12 inch, a foot wide, 18 inches maybe, tops.
Right.
If they tried, they'd be getting their head stabbed at.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I'm gonna jump on the lift.
Okay.
Sparkle, you see, is like he just tries to move up chest that's right near him, you know, some of this garbage, and it's real heavy. He realizes how futile it is. So he just jumps onto the lift, pulls out a vial, okay, of his combustor oil, and he snaps, realizes he's still very upset about he has to do this manually, and lights a torch. Can I do all those? Just jump on the lift, light a torch, and pull out my vial?
Yep.
Okay.
That's a movement and action interaction.
I'm just kind of basically holding, you know what I mean, for everybody to get on the lift in case I have to lob something.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, you pop up on the lift, light a torch manually. Like, this is, frustrating. This is
very
normal
upset.
people have to do this.
Just-
And what'd you say about the combustor oil? You pulled some out?
Basically, I've got the torch, and I've got in one hand, I've got the oil in the other, ready to like. I'm like, let's go, and I want everybody to get on the lift. Once we get going, my game plan is then to lob that towards the door and perhaps the torch too.
Okay.
Or if anything comes charging in too.
All right. Rictavio kind of continues to just sort of stumble towards Esmeralda, and he's looking at her, and he's sort of like, "What are you doing here? How are you here?" And then he looks back at the group and he goes, "What are we doing? We're trapped in here." But he jumps on the elevator platform with Sparkle. All right. Thornton, it's your turn.
We're on the elevator, right? I'm going up.
Yep.
Octavio doesn't seem to think that's a good idea, though.
All right, yeah. I mean, I would respond to Octavio that we're just trying to buy time. Hopefully they'll run away, but if we have to fight, they're going to have to climb through fire and hellfire and brimstone. Whatever. So
whatever.
Whatever.
That's Thornton Churchill.
So we're going up the elevator, right? I mean, I really can't do much, I would assume, right? Because I'm in transit, kind of.
Yeah.
So I would talk to Rictavio. I would say, do you know what these wolves want with us? With you? Why are they coming here?
He says, well, I didn't know you guys would be here, but they're after me. Strahd's orders. We're in trouble, guys.
I would overhear that and say, "Does it have anything to do with the beacon?"
Beacon, the light. You guys, that was you guys?
You
it sure
bet your
was.
scrawny human ass it was.
Oh, that's good stuff. That really pissed him off. But no, and that's all the time he has to talk for this moment. So, Thoradin, is there anything else you want to do?
That's it. Whatever.
There you go. Deckard,
That's
it's
it.
your turn.
So Alaric's chilling by the door.
Lark's holding the door at this point. There's a little trap set in front of it, and other
Hi,
people
Lark.
are kind of loading up onto the elevator.
See you, bud.
I don't know how actions and stuff would work here, but well, no. So our magic folk can't use magic in here, huh?
Seemed that way.
Oh, I should have asked him about that.
I don't know how this will go, but Deckard goes over to Spargle. So is it clear that Alaric is not going upstairs?
I mean, you could yell something over to him to see, but I mean, all you've seen him do is come up to the door and kind of hold it, almost like kind of letting other people move back towards the elevator, I suppose. But I don't know. Adam, tell me what you think.
Oh, not RP. I was just trying to be like, I'll let everybody go before me, and I'll be the last man here to run in. You know what I mean? That's it. Just figured it made the most sense.
Deckard goes over to Spargle. He hops on the yes. Well, never mind. I'm debating whether what the hell. He says to Sparrow, "Hey man, I know you don't use daggers all that often, but you mind giving me your silver dagger?"
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Okay.
So Deckard takes
You
that
guys
dagger
are less up than I am.
and then draws his own and kind of like expertly like twirls them around and then like turns back towards the door, like waiting. Like I don't know if I can
Okay.
hold an attack or like hold an. Well, I guess an action would have been taking the dagger or whatever, but
I would call that an interaction. I mean, that's fine. Sparkle can give you the dagger. You've grabbed the dagger. You use your movement. If you're not going to do anything else, I could say you're holding your action.
stay on the ground. No, I'm gonna get on the elevator. I'm gonna stand on the edge of the elevator, like with like Spargle behind me, like ready.
Okay.
With
I'm
those
gonna assume.
daggers.
I'm gonna assume anybody in this square area is on the platform. Okay.
Actually, and
So-
Deckard takes that dagger and he like twirls it around in his hand and he says to Spargle, "It's a half gram heavy on the back end." If anybody gets the reference. Nobody get that reference?
I know it.
Except for
Chronicles of Riddick,
Yeah, Riddick. yeah.
Yes.
with the
That's right.
Necromonger.
Awesome.
Yeah.
can't believe you
I have to
quoted that
rewatch
movie.
those. I have to rewatch all
Some are
those.
good, some aren't.
So good.
That's life.
Pitch Black's good.
It's black as
Perfectly
dirt.
balanced.
I can't get the kids to watch that. I've been trying to get them to watch Pitch Black.
Good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Freaky as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Juniper, it's your turn.
So Juniper is going to hop onto the platform, and she kind of has a expression on her face like she's slightly confused, and she turns to Van Richten and she says, "Well, if you weren't going to use the front door, how were you going to get in?"
He looks at you and he kind of like looks confused for a second. He's like, "Oh, shit, I didn't think of that." He's like, "I don't know. I knew I just needed to get back here." I mean, you're spot on. He goes, yeah, oh, shit, you're right. Once this door is open, it doesn't close for 24 hours.
You know, I'm starting to get more of a Doc Brown vibe than an Indiana Jones vibe.
Hey, that's not far off
Don't you
either.
speak ill of Doc Emmett Brown.
Oh, Marty! Oh, God!
This is heavy.
Marty, it's your kids. They're the problem.
Well, is she able to ask him another question, or is that it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so she's gonna ask him, I can't use my magic in here. Do you have any magic? Are you able to use yours? Because me and my friends, we can't.
That's part of the defenses here. Not mine, the towers. I'm in the same boat. Which is why we really don't want to be stuck right here, but hey. We're here now. And then that's about it, unless you want to do something or move.
No, that's about all she's got.
Okay. Trying to think of what this is like. There's a game when you don't have visibility of what's going on.
Battleship?
No, I'm thinking of a video game. Oh, it's like the Heroes of Might and Magic or King's Bounty when it's not your turn and the enemies are moving around in the fog of war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just know they're moving around. Alaric, you're continuing to hold the door. You felt that one little bump. And then suddenly you feel a much harder thump as the door pushes open, and a wolf his head kind of reaches in and starts snapping at you. He's gonna bite at you, but you're gonna have like 3/4 cover because you're very hard for him to hit. So he snaps at you several times, but doesn't hit you. But now the door is now ajar, and there are a couple wolf legs and maws kind of coming in around the cracks as it looks like the wolves are pressing up against the back of the door and starting to overpower you.
Okay.
Right.
Did Alaric move
Did Alaric move?
out of the tower? I don't know why Alaric's showing up as out of the tower to me, but maybe that's...
Oh, I
He's
think
right
that's
in the hallway.
entryway. Yeah, it's got a little like notch there for entryway. So I think he's still inside.
He's in the veranda.
That white square is the door that I just drew. If you can see that. Okay.
Yeah, for
So-
some reason Alaric's showing up here for me. Might just be my...
Oh, yeah, it's glitched out. Maybe Alaric, if you move yourself there and back, it'll fix it. Esmeralda,
Oh, yeah,
she says she looks at Van Richten and she's like, I've been looking for you. We got, but what do we do here? And he looks at her and he's like, he doesn't know. He's just shaking his head like he feels like he's trapped. But Esmeralda then, after she says that, she She jumps on the lift as well, and she's kind of standing right next to Juniper, and she says, she looks down at you, Juniper, and she's like, "Well, I guess if we go up, they'll have a harder time reaching us, but I feel like we're pinning ourselves in a corner here." All right. Oop, need to do that.
I think the only other option would be to stay down here and face them.
I'd rather be outside. We're doing that.
Yeah.
I'd rather bottleneck him in the doorway.
That's where I'm at. Kill them one at a time, like
Yeah.
the hotcakes.
Well, I'm afraid that if we block them in the doorway, they'll find a way up through the top and come down. At least if we're up, we have our backs, for lack of a better word, to a wall where we can fight them off, right?
you think it's got to be harder for them to get up without that lift. You know what I mean? There's no way they're going to go up that rail on the outside.
Plus,
'cause
we
it's falling
we
apart.
broke the scaffolding too.
Yeah, right.
That's true.
Scaffolding.
That's true.
So, Ragnar, the armor, your animated armor, what was the command you gave it?
I wanted Mega Man to help Alaric hold the door.
Okay.
So to put his bulk right on the door.
Okay, so Alaric, this armor, this animated armor comes crunching, over towards you as you're struggling to push the door back against the. Let's see, I'll do that. Can I do this? No, I can't do that. All right. And it runs up and puts its metal arms on the back of the door and you hear this grinding sound as it starts to push against the door.
Maybe it'll catch some wolfy parts in it.
Yeah, chop a foot
Yeah.
off.
It stabilizes the door, but doesn't close it any further. So the wolf's roll was still higher, but its roll was higher than yours, Alaric. So you two working together, it's like with strength with advantage. So you've got it braced a little bit better for now. Okay. And then you feel another thud. But again, the door holds. It just you feel the vibration of it, but it doesn't open any further, and it's your turn.
Okay. So I kind of picture myself like just, grind, almost like I'm trying to push a car, right? And it's just not going anywhere. That's how I see Alaric. And I'm just gonna kind of look over my shoulder and just be like, "How we coming on that elevator?" See if anybody gives me any information if it's time for me to make my break or not.
Juniper gives him a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yep. So the lift's
I
down.
guess I'm
almost,
also trying to assess to see like what I can see while doing what I'm doing. Like, do I see like most people on the elevator? I should like turn and friggin' run right now, or
Yeah. Everybody but you and Ragnar is on the elevator right now, and the animated armor, of course.
okay. Well, I'm gonna give it like one last shove, and I'm gonna try to run to the elevator.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Okay. Great rolls.
Yeah. So you go to push against it. There's a couple like wolf legs sticking out of in the door, and you felt like if you could just snap one of their legs off with the door, but you push, and there's just too much force coming at you on the other side. So you back off and go ahead and you can move yourself onto one of those squares. That's the lift.
Great. I'll just go right here so we can see things. That's fine.
That works.
Okay.
And then a wolf pushes up against the door, which now the animated armor is holding steady, and it's like and the door bumps a little bit but doesn't move. And then a javelin. Ragnar, you're watching your animated armor kind of hold this door as you're trying to make your move to pull back a little bit, and a javelin comes suddenly bursting through the door and into the animated armor's shoulder and kind of sticks it. Okay. That's that. And Ragnar, it's your turn.
What is the tower is made of stone,
Yeah.
but the door, what is the door made of?
It's wooden.
Wooden? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I should really do this, but I think I'm going to.
Always, but that's the beginning of always the best things. That's how you lead into the best stuff.
So, Ragnar is very indecisive right now. He wants to go help Mega Man close the door, but he also doesn't want to be the only one down here and get eaten. Oh, Ragnar is gonna, and I don't know. Tell me if I can do this. I'm gonna look at Spargle, and I see that he has a torch, and I'm gonna light up. I'm thinking I'm gonna light up, like right in front of the door, and like start burning some of this debris, because they're gonna push through the door, like within a turn. So can I kind of like signal to him and like catch the torch and like?
Yeah, you say something to him, like pass me the torch or whatever, and
All right, so Spargle, give me the torch. I'm gonna burn some wolves.
you're muted.
Yeah, I handed it to him.
Okay.
All
You've been
right,
doing a
so-
lot of interaction stuff, Sparkle, so on your next turn, I'm not going to let you take another interaction. You'll still get your movement and action and stuff, but just kind of like play it all out. But yeah, so Sparkle kind of like tosses it over Alaric's shoulder. Ragnar, you grab it. You've got the lit torch.
What I want to do is, so there's like kind of, it's kind of like a wedge, an opening where like wolf feet are sticking in, and I kind of want to just like throw the torch into that area and like have the debris and whatever's there burn.
All right.
Like I want the wood to
Cover for
catch.
eyes.
Make another survival check. This is to gauge how well you would know where to place it for the best effect. Okay.
Pretty well.
Yeah, so you jam this torch down in this like exact right spot where you see a lot of dry sawdust and some other like splinters and stuff, and it almost immediately sparks. Kind of like bursts into a flame, and it is on the doorway is on fire,
And
and you hear a little bit of squealing from the wolves that are in the doorway. Let me see. I got this would be a bitch to take care of here. All right. And sorry, I don't want this to take forever, but okay. Okay.
and am I able to back up a little bit, or would I not have enough time to do that?
Yeah, you could still take a movement.
Okay, then I'm gonna back up and join my friends so that I'm able to get on the lift.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just say to everyone, I love the smell of burning wolf.
The couple of wolf limbs that were coming through the door pull back from the flame as the animated armor is able to shut it because of that. And Spargle, it's your turn.
All right, so we're basically all on the lift, right?
Right.
Ragnar, do we wait for your armor, or do we keep it holding the door?
I hate to lose a new friend, but we need someone down here. Maybe we can just go up one level so that Deckard can just shoot them where they can't reach us. We don't have to go all the way up. I think we got
I'm an archer. I can shoot him.
I
I
can
say we
throw
go up
rocks.
one level and shoot
Then
these guys.
I look at the whatever those stone golems or whatever the golems are, and I tell them, I'm like, lift us up, raise the platform.
Okay. So going up with this much weight, it will go up one level per turn. So you start to rise up to the second level. This is the top level is a fourth level. You'll have to give it a command each turn, and that'll be on Spargle's turn that we sort of hit the next level. So it's working its way up to the second level. You done there, Spargle?
I'm just gonna ready my bow.
All right.
Oh, no, wait a minute. No, a tortured armor either. That's what's holding it. If I throw that oil, it's gonna probably burn the our dude, right? All right, I'll just ready the bow.
Okay.
I don't want to burn Hodor.
Does Spargle say anything when he readies his bow?
Stupid mundane machine.
Nice. Rictavio's holding on, and he's like, "Oh, I hope this can hold us all. I don't know what the plan is here, guys." And he looks over at Esmeralda and he says, "The wagon." And he looks at her and she looks back at him and she goes, "No, you didn't." And he goes, "Yeah, I always do." She goes, "Well, thank God they didn't go in there."
What in the hell are y'all talking about?
He looks over at you and he says, as the elevators click, 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 he says, "Well, you know, I don't want anyone messing with my shit. So that wagon there's got about 30 or 40 vials of combustor oil all dangling from a string, about ready to drop." Because if anybody goes in that side door, or if we were to create a big enough explosion, that thing would take out this whole island.
Oh shit.
And Esmeralda says, "But this tower's about ready to fall down." And he says, "Well, maybe it's a last resort." And that's all he can do on his turn. He's just hanging on. You know what? He does one more thing. He was running with a cane, and he pops the top of the cane, and it slides out this long, beautifully mirror-like silvered longsword that he pulls out from it. And
That's a very dainty weapon, Rictavio.
And he says, "Yeah, it may not be it may not be big. It's not the hammer. Oh, whatever. All right,
It's not the size of the sword, Thoradin. It's the motion of the.
Me and Ragnar would use that as a toothpick after a feast. We prefer broadswords and battle hammers.
It does look dainty, but it also looks pretty well made.
Ragnar looks at him and says, "Stick him with the pointy end."
Does your sword have a name?
I don't name my tools.
Good, only cunts name their swords.
That was perfect. That really was. You didn't miss a beat on that one. And then, after you guys are conversing and making fun of Rictavio's dainty sword, the whole door, and suddenly the suit of armor, there's a little bit of fire at its feet. It's holding the thing up, and it's continuing to bump as things are like pressing against the other side, and then suddenly he just like kind of falls backwards. The whole suit of armor just kind of like seems to like tip over as the door bursts open.
Red alert! Red alert!
And he falls back a few feet, and then there is a wolf now standing in the doorway.
Shield bat.
Shield bot, red alert.
Still have a held action.
Don't forget the.
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't forget the trap.
Well, your trigger was to fire your arrow when there was one in
No,
line of
never
sight.
mind. I don't have anything. I have 2 daggers in my hand, so
Well, yeah, that would be up to you whether you want to throw it or not.
Yeah. I'm not throwing one of the silver daggers.
Okay. All right. And then another wolf comes running in here and leaps up and he'll have to make an athletics check.
Yeah, excuse you.
He jumps up and bites at Thoradin's ankles.
Ah!
So he made it over the wire.
The wire was all burned. Sorry,
Right.
that got all the debris and the strings and everything in the doorway are burned. 20 to hit, and so 7 piercing damage to you, Thoradin, as this wolf nips into your heels and draws blood.
Ah, you stupid mutt!
It's your turn.
7 damage. Am I in range enough to do a melee attack, or would I not be able?
Yeah. What's your reach on your weapon?
The good old Talon. It's 5 feet.
5 feet. Yeah, you could just reach him with a hit.
So I'm mad. My foot hurts. They say, "Oh, my toe, my toe," and I take my sword out and I take a slash. Maybe I'm gonna bash him with the hilt, maybe my hand, maybe the sword. We'll see what happens.
All right. Make your attack.
19.
19 hits.
This is one-handed, by the way. I do have my shield.
Okay.
10.
10. As this thing is almost dangling from your heel, you slam it right into its neck and decapitate it. Its head is still hanging onto your heel as its body lops off and it falls to the ground.
That's
So I with my foot
Grab the head.
grab it.
Grab the head. Let's throw it at the next one.
Yeah, we'll make
Show
a
him his family what we did to
Wait.
them.
So this is a great idea.
I'll be right back. Keep going.
Yeah. So I do have
Put the mustard oil in his mouth.
oh God, make a fucking what are those things called?
A grenade out of his
Yeah,
fucking
make a grenade for a fucking wolf head.
a
Jesus
Molotov
Christ.
wolf cocktail.
Good thing Black One is in here. He'd be like, "Oh, I feel bad for the wolves."
I want these pricks all dead. I want them all dead, and I want to piss on the ashes.
I kind of want to stick this thing into the ground with like a weapon and make a totem out of it, but like I don't know, whatever. I just
You got a Lord of the Flies type of thing going on here.
yeah. There's a thing you could do in Diablo 2. You could make a totem out of your enemy's corpse and it would fear enemies away. I'm just gonna keep the head. Like, I'm not gonna like put it in my sack. I'm just gonna it's gonna just stay to the side next to my person.
Use it
All
as a
right.
cot.
Is there room on the platform? Is that gonna?
Yeah, I
slow
mean,
it down?
you just kind of it's still like dangling from your heel. You just kind of like shake it off onto the platform. So everybody sees Thoradin like decapitate this wolf and then kick its head into the middle of the platform.
Who's up for some hacky sack, lads? All right. That's it.
And Deckard, it's your turn. You're muted.
I'm on the platform, right? Or am I not? I think I'm
Everybody
under
is. Yeah,
Ragnar.
it's almost
Yeah.
up to the second floor now. So you guys are gonna lose. There's a hole in the floor, so you're gonna lose your line of sight back down to the ground. The suit of armor sitting there.
I'm going to. So I have 2 daggers in my hand. Can I? I want to drop one of them, so that it. This is like a wood platform we're on, right?
Yep.
I want to drop it so it sticks into the wood,
Okay.
like sticking up, and then
Make
I
a
want
dexterity.
to.
Make a dexterity check.
Do I just click Dex?
Mhm.
Saving.
Yep.
29.
Holy shit. Yeah, you can put it wherever you want. Fucking bullseye that shit.
I drop it so that it just sticks
Yep.
right up next to my feet.
Perfectly. 1
Um,
millimeter away from your ankle.
and then I draw my hand crossbow,
Okay.
and I'm gonna fire at.
The one in the
This
doorway.
dude. Yep.
Okay.
Five. Do we have a +1 to hit or something?
That one you notice is singed too. That's one of the ones that seemed to have been in the doorway when Ragnar threw the torch. So it looks like it has some burn marks on it. Sorry, what were you saying?
Okay. We have like a +1 to hit, right?
No, I think you
You
had a
got
plus
+1
one
to
AC
AC.
and savings throws.
Why is my hit showing +11? I'll have to figure that out. So even if it's wrong, 24 is what?
Plus 11. It's rarely wrong. So wait, you got a what? A 24?
Well, 25, but I don't know why my archery stuff is showing a +1.
Is it something to do with our? No, because I was thinking the beacon. That's just saving them.
Right.
I'll have to figure that out.
You didn't accidentally like.
All
increase-
my hit DC stuff is +1.
Okay. It's
Anyway, 24
24 hits.
to hit,
Yeah, that hits. I don't know if
and
you're
then
uncertain about that, but yeah, it's
10 damage.
okay. This somewhat singed wolf that was about ready to just start pouncing on the armor that's now like kind of falling backwards. The armor's falling backwards. The wolf is it was sort of like lunging up at it and takes a bolt right through the throat and just like kind of makes a gurgling noise as just blood spits out and it dies.
Can I see any other wolves?
Where are you?
I'm like under Ragnar.
Under Ragnar. Yeah, you can. You can see this wolf right here in the doorway.
So I'm gonna use my extra attack and fire my hand crossbow at him.
Okay, make your attack.
So it's gonna be 23 to hit.
That hits.
Nine damage.
Okay. The bolt goes deep into its chest as well, kind of like through its like neck and shoulder, and it like squeals again like a puppy. But it's still standing there, but it's like kind of like holding its one arm up, and it's got this bolt sticking right through it.
Cool. I'm gonna
Okay.
stay on the platform.
All right. Juniper, it's your turn.
Alright, so I have a question. Juniper has an ability called Magic Stone, where she touches rocks and then she can use them in a sling, as a ranged weapon. But the actual, touch part of that, I think, is a cast. Would you consider her having the rocks already on her as being the cast part of that, so it's not magic, or do I have to find something else?
I'm not following.
Okay,
So to cast to imbue, so you have the spell, you have the pebbles on you, I'd assume. To imbue
goes
them
quick on
would be a cantrip, which would be casting a spell.
Okay. So let's use instead. So Juniper's going to kind of drop to her stomach and she's going to crawl forward on her elbows and peer over the side of the platform. And she is going to take her boomerang, which has a range of 60 feet. And she is going to aim for the injured wolf in the middle.
All right. So Ragnar, you're standing there at the front of the platform looking down at your animated armor buddy, and Juniper slides between your legs and whips this boomerang. And that's a hit.
Excellent.
And I won't make you roll for damage. It hits this wolf who had this bolt sticking out of it, and it just smacks it in the face, and just the force of it just sort of curls up as it looks dead as well. Okay, let's see where we at here. You now see Juniper as this wolf you blast it with this boomerang and it it falls backwards lifeless. You see, which you didn't see before, a werewolf. So you see a wolf in full hybrid human werewolf form come running up, and it has this huge javelin in its hands. And there's an open door, the animated armor's back, and your head Juniper is right there at the front of this elevator as it just chucks this javelin right at you.
Like
Oh,
the
no.
perfect target that just popped up like a little duck at a shooting
Yeah.
gallery.
Yep. 17 to hit.
That does hit.
Oh no.
11 piercing damage, and it hits you pretty squarely. I mean, this javelin grazes your skull and causes a little bit of a head wound there.
Excellent. So now I have a javelin sticking out of my skull.
Yeah, a little bit.
You hate to say it.
Yeah, well, hey, got a javelin. You're welcome.
And as your vision goes a little red a little bit, and then you look to see where it came from, and you see that the werewolf has a second one, and he throws this one at Ragnar, who's standing right over you. But Ragnar pulls his shield up just in time as it just harmlessly skips over to the corner of the room.
Can I try to like acquire that before it falls? Before it falls off the platform?
If you want to give up your next action to make a dexterity or athletics check, which is going to be a very difficult one, to pluck it out of the air, I'll let you try it.
Dexterity or athletic check, and it's going to be very difficult. I don't like the sound of that.
Dexterity, not athletics.
It's got to be dexterity? Okay. I'm not doing that.
Oh, boo.
All right, I'll do it. Whatever. Here, right click on Dex.
Yeah.
All right, Ragnar sees the javelin and he's like, "Ooh, weapon."
I just let it hit you in the head. You would have got one for free.
It bounces off your shield and it's like spinning up in the air, and you go to grab it and you just almost grab it. Like you feel it. You feel your fingers touch it, but it clinks down to the floor below you.
You got stubby dwarven fingers, Ragnar.
Gordon.
All right. A wolf appears at the I'm gonna make an athletics check for this wolf. This wolf comes running in after these two. You guys are shooting crossbow bolts and boomerangs and shit, and these wolves are just blowing up. And then this one wolf just comes flying over the bodies of its companions there. Springboards off of the suit of armor and leaps up onto the platform right where Ragnar and Juniper are, and bites you, Ragnar.
The balls.
What a pair of balls on this guy.
But
Is it the regular wolf?
it looks like a regular wolf, yeah,
Okay.
but it 15 to hit misses, right?
Nah, he's not gonna touch anything.
He gets a good grab. His mouth gets around your armor, but it just doesn't pierce. But there is how the fuck am I gonna remember this?
Start labeling them.
No, I got them labeled. I just got everything freaking stacked on top of each other. So I don't even know where that fucking guy went. Hold on, sorry. Oh, he's right there. Okay, I'm just gonna put him in the corner here. Actually, can I do this? Nope. All right. So this is the
He's
guy.
now on the platform with us.
He's on the platform with you guys. I'm gonna move him there. Yeah, how about I do that? Okay. All right. So, let's see. Another wolf comes running through and jumps the suit of armor, but misses. And then another one comes. They're basically, it's like a Lion King kind of scene here, where it's just like wolves. It just looks like a wall of wolves have started to collapse on the entrance of the tower here, and all of the wolves around the entrance seem to be focused on taking this suit of armor out of the way here.
Please help me. Please, someone help! I'm dying.
So an 18.
Mercy.
Please don't let me die. They're ripping them up. Circuits everywhere, wires and shit.
You just see a hand come up from the pile of wolves.
Just give it. What a shame. So sad.
The wolf or the suit of armor looks like it's in trouble. Esmeralda, she keeps talking to Rictavio, and she says, "Sir, I get the plan, but we'll all die." And he says, "We're gonna die anyhow. At least we take them out with us."
Homie, I don't know what you think this is, but we ain't dying today. You know what I'm saying?
And she looks at you, and Thornton, you're the only one that she's sort of been cool with because you kind of convinced her and stuff. And she says, "This crazy old man wants to blow the whole island up."
I'll lop his stupid head off before I let him blow us up.
I'd love to do that from a safe distance.
Spargo, you could tell him about blowing towers up, huh?
Spargo's like, normally I'm not opposed to blowing shit up, but when I'm in the middle of it. So Esmeralda doesn't really do much. She kind of gets into a defensive stance. She makes sure that. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, what the fuck am I talking about? Who'd we lose? Matt?
Yep.
Oh. So Esmeralda says that, but she also leaps forward and stabs at the wolf that jumped up on the platform. With her, so she pulls from her back. She pulls out a sword, the sword that she doesn't normally use when you guys have seen her. It's a short sword, but it is silvered. And she hits this thing. And hurts it pretty badly with this short sword as it kind of howls and gets angry. Oddly though, for as deep of a stab as she did, it doesn't seem to. It seems okay. What are you laughing at?
The silver weapon doesn't seem to hurt it.
It does. It hurts it, but
Not the best hit.
you're not sure. You don't know why it's still alive.
Strong Dougie.
As you guys are moving up to the second level, all you see is just a sea of wolves outside.
Puppy rogues.
What?
Puppy rogues. I don't know if anybody remembers that.
Little puppy rogue.
The animated armor stands up and grabs the door and tries to brace it. Another wolf leaps at him and attacks him, but he seems okay. Doesn't seem to hurt the animated armor. Alaric, it's your turn.
Okay, so is it just that one that's the closest? That's the only one in here right now?
There is a wolf on your platform,
Okay.
and then there's the suit of armor and a bunch of wolves behind him trying to get into the tower.
Can we see them though, or are we too high now?
You've got about like this much left of the platform, you know what I'm saying, where you're like looking down, and then as soon as it hits Spargle's turn, you'll be on the second floor.
So I'm gonna take a swing at the one that's on the platform with us. You'd like that's
Okay.
real close to me. I'm just trying to. I mean, is it okay?
Yeah.
Um,
You, Ragnar, Thoradin. Everybody's got a shot at the guy. You're all on this like 5x5 platform, all huddled together, and this thing is like teetering on the edge, snapping at Ragnar.
I don't think you understand. You're stuck up here with us.
I'm not in here with you. What are you swinging at him with?
Greatsword. 23 to hit.
Oh yeah. Roll the damage.
Better way. Ten damage.
Okay. You hit this thing squarely with Vladimir's greatsword, and what you've seen happen to the other wolves, you'd expect this thing to just tear in half. But for whatever reason, it's way more sturdy. But it definitely howls and snarls at you at the attack.
Okay. I'm gonna take another attack.
Roll it up.
20.
That's a hit.
Ooh.
13.
13 more damage. All right. Okay, that one it snarls backwards and its eyes roll back, and it's got a huge gash on its side that blood is spurting out of. But surprisingly, it's still alive.
Oh wow.
Okay, that's it for me.
Okay. Another wolf jumps on top of the armor, and rips another big piece of its plate off as it continues to just kind of like twitch around as all these wolves are just tearing it apart.
Please save me, please.
Can I tell it to attack on its next turn?
What's that?
Can I tell it to attack on its next turn?
On your turn, you can give it a command just by saying something.
Okay.
And it is okay. And this is going to be quite a shot. But hey, miracles happen. All right, so Ragnar, you're looking down at your animated suit of armor, and you're seeing all these wolves jumping around, and another one of those javelins comes flying through and hits you right in the shoulder. It comes like through the doorway, over everything, and right through the 6 inches of well, I guess it doesn't hit you in the shoulder. It hits you in the thigh, but this javelin like sticks right through.
And that it breaks a 21.
It breaks a 21.
Damn.
Dan Marino over there.
Like a Night King.
5 piercing damage.
Okay.
So now you're like Ace Ventura when he's got the spear in his leg. And
Now I have the spear that I wanted.
There you go. That's one way to catch a spear. And it's your turn.
Well, I can't use my action, right? So I'll
Why?
because I did the dexterity thing. I tried to catch the spear.
Oh yeah, right. Yep, right. Yep.
So I can tell the armor thing something.
Yep. You can talk. You can use an interaction, reaction, bonus action.
All right. So it says he can make a multi-attack, and he can do a slam. So I'm gonna just tell him. I mean, do you think he probably wouldn't be able to climb up the chain, right?
You can ask. The chain is no, because the chain you're now almost to the second floor. There are about 15 feet floors, and he's.
Oh,
not
I
that
wasn't
tall.
even thinking to get to us. I was almost thinking to just get away from them and just like kind of hang out. But he'll probably knock the platform out of alignment or something.
Oh, you mean so the golems are pulling the chain down, and you want him to climb up the chain as they're pulling it?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a good idea. It wouldn't be not a good
You
idea.
should do it though. That'd be fun.
I'm gonna just shout over to the armor like, take as many of them out as you can.
I am dying.
Use all your attacks.
He
Be
says
free.
he says, "Danger, Kazan, stand back. I will protect you."
Oh.
As he stands up and he looks around, he's totally surrounded by these wolves, but pulls his fists up, ready to
What
attack.
movie is it where like the robot like is like sacrificing himself to save his human group? What am I thinking of?
I mean, that was in Mandalore.
Mandalorian.
That's not.
I think
what
it was
I'm
in
thinking
Rogue
of.
One too, wasn't it?
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of Rogue One.
Yeah, the one.
K2.
Yeah,
K2
Yeah, the
USR.
Tasty robot that didn't like her at first. That's why it was so sweet at the end.
That's all I can do.
That's one of those movies that I loved, but I can't rewatch just because I know everything sucks at the end.
I love that was Wash.
Oh yeah, yeah.
K2
What's his name?
voiced
Yeah,
by
his
Wash.
voice. Yep.
Was who?
Wash
by
from
Wash.
Firefly. I forget the actor's name.
I can't think of it either.
It's a British guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Sparkle, it's your turn, and the platform now is at the second level. So it's you don't see no one sees down anymore.
Okay, is that critter still on with us though?
Yes, that one is on the platform with you guys, and he's the only one that's standing there.
Discern anything about why this thing doesn't seem to be, why it seems to be alive? After getting hit by this massive magical broadswords, do the magic weapons seem to be acting in their typical fashion? You know, I'm aware of the anti-magic, but do I know the magic weapons acting the same?
Make an insight check.
Okay. $17.
Yeah, it dawns on you, knowing what you know about the anti-magic field and where you guys are at, that you don't think your magical weapons have any magical effect while you're inside of here.
Very impotent. Yeah.
Okay.
That
Well, I'm just gonna aim right at that little bugger and shoot it.
With what?
The crossbow.
Okay. Make your attack.
I don't know if it's gonna do much, but 15.
15. It bounces right off his skin.
Oh.
Folks.
It's Rictavio's turn, and he looks around at everybody, and he pulls out his dainty silvered sword, and he says, "This one's a lycanthrope, however you say that word.
Lycanthrope.
Our magic weapons don't work in here. We have to use silver." As he stabs at it with his sword, and he's saying that, and he's all excitable, and he swings forward with his sword, and he falls off the platform.
Fucking dude.
Oh fuck.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
Oh fuck.
Now you're on the second floor, so he doesn't roll down to the bottom, but he's now off the platform as it's raising up. He rolled a natural one. Thoradin, it's your turn.
All right, so Thoradin notices this, and he quickly takes out his limited invulnerability potion, and he pops it open, and he chugs it, and he goes, look, Rictavio, I'm coming for you, lad! And I jump down to the second, I guess it's the second floor off the platform.
So you now have what? You have
60
invulnerability, 1 minute, you resistance to all damage. Right?
And I look like Metal Mario. I'm completely metal. I'm completely stainless steel.
So
And
here's the thing. You guys, you and Rictavio are now on the second floor. The platform's continuing. No, the platform is not rising up.
We were supposed to tell him, right?
Right, the platform stopped at the second floor. So you guys are just off the you're off the elevator right now. So
Can I fling him this turn? Like, just pick him up and fling him? I'm very strong. I have a lot of strength.
if you drank the potion, that's your action. So you can't really do that too. But I will let you take that drinking the potion back if you didn't realize that the elevator had stopped. Your call.
Man, that was cool.
I agree.
No, I'm gonna... So each person's turn is about 6 seconds, right?
The whole round is 6 seconds. It kind of is supposed to happen like concurrently. So it's,
Okay, so I really have 10 turns of invulnerability, right?
you're correct.
I'm gonna keep doing it in case you guys want to keep going up. We'll figure it out. So I'm gonna stick with this.
Okay. So
So
you
I-
drink the potion of invulnerability, so you have that effect, and you've rolled off the platform using your movement, and you're with Van Richten.
Can I say something to him?
Yeah.
I look at him right in his eyes and I grab him by his thing, right? Like
Lapels.
his lapels, and I say, "You listen to me, you old gizzard. I'll save your ass if you don't blow us up. Do we have a deal?"
He says, "Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many of these are werewolves versus regular wolves, but you guys are taking care of them, so I think we got a chance."
You leave that to me and my friends, but you don't blow us up. I gotta get back to Faerun and the halls of justice.
He says, "All right, it's a last resort."
All right, deal. And then we do like a forearm, like thing. And I
All right.
slap his ass. All right, cool.
But you guys are kind of off to the side. The platform's still there. Deckard, it's your turn. No one has given the golems an order to raise up any higher.
Yeah, so can we see... all right, so Thoradin and Octavio, they're all standing... You guys are standing on this floor? This
Yeah, I
second
guess
floor?
the second level, the second floor of the tower, me and him are to the side, while this platform is, like, stopped at that level. I believe that's the setting.
And it's closed. I think the hole in the floor is closed with the platform. So we can't see them, but they can't see us. They see the bottom of the platform.
I think that's the state of play right now. I believe so.
Wasn't the floor
Can
on
we
this
see
level
outside?
really flimsy?
I think the floors got slightly better as we went up, but I think the second floor is still kind of shoddy.
I was just going to say, the floor beneath you, Thoradin, as you rolled off, is starting to shake.
Jeez. Oh shit.
Deckard's just gonna stay on the platform and hold an action that if I ever get line of sight, like, of a wolf, I'm shooting it.
Okay. Dig it.
Well, what about...
Isn't there one on the platform with us still?
Oh,
Yeah.
there's one on the platform?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the one,
Oh.
like, surprisingly tough one. It's hard for me to, like, kind of...
Yeah.
You know what? I can do this to
Got
kind
it.
of, like,
Okay.
overlay them. Right over
Yeah,
Ragnar.
never mind. Yeah,
Right
so
in front, right in front of
Swing at him.
Ragnar.
for him, so, yeah, from, like, where Deckard is standing, he's gonna drop his hand crossbow so that it doesn't fall off the platform, and then reach down and grab that dagger that he dropped at his feet,
Yep.
sticking up, and he's going to attack the wolf with the dagger, the silver
Okay.
dagger. So I've got
All
two
right.
silver daggers in my hand now.
Okay. So you had the one you already had, you grab the other one, and you're going to jab.
Yeah, so I'm going to do... Oh, it's going to be 3, technically, because I'm going to attack, extra attack, and then a bonus action, which won't have a modifier.
Okay.
So, yeah, so this is the first attack. It's actually 21.
Yep, you only need a 12.
Okay. And then... So, 7 damage.
What's your third attack?
So, because I'm dual wielding, I'm just going to use my bonus action to use that offhand dagger. So I'm gonna attack, extra attack, and then use my bonus action to use my offhand weapon, which doesn't get a modifier. So it'll just be a D4.
Wait, what? How's that working? So you get an attack. You got two weapon fighting.
Right.
Okay, I got you. So you're using your attack with 2 weapon fighting, and then you're using a bonus attack. I mean, your extra attack.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So 21. Or so the first hit was
7 damage,
7 damage. Got that.
and then with the that was with silver dagger. And then do I notice? Does that like do anything to it?
Yeah. So when the silver dagger goes in, you see it sink in and blood come out.
Okay. And then I'm gonna. So I'll do my bonus.
You're acute enough to understand that this is a werewolf, not a wolf.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, I sink that dagger in, and and then I'll just do my bonus action one here. So
It's also a silver dagger.
yes.
That's a hit.
So 25 to hit, and so this is just going to be a D4.
Mhm.
4 damage,
Okay.
and then I'll do my extra attack. Oop.
That's a
27
hit.
and 8 damage.
All right. This guy looks all kinds of fucked up now, as he's just got holes and blood pouring out of the front of him, and it's kind of snarling at you. Juniper, it's your
By the
turn.
way.
Okay, so Juniper's still kind of on her stomach on the platform ground, kind of with her hand on her head, and she.
Yeah, you're underneath Ragnar, and this werewolf's right on top of you as a wolf, and Deckard's jabbing it in the side several times, and it's sitting right there above you.
Okay, so she heard what Rictavio said, and she saw that Deckard had dropped his crossbow and went for those silver daggers. So she reaches to her side and she pulls out an ornate silver dagger with the Walker House logo etched onto the blade. And she takes it, and she is still on the floor on her stomach, and she rams it through its foot and pins
Cool.
it to the floor.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
God, you're
Roll
sick.
the attack.
20
That's a hit.
attack? For 5.
For 5. So you stab it right in the foot. The dagger sticks through into the platform, and blood starts gushing out. And this thing's just getting hit from every angle, and it's kind of like teetering around. Almost looks like it's gonna fall backwards.
And I think that's all Juniper has.
Okay. You continue to hear the wolf and the armor, just the armor clanking and wolves snarling as the animated armor and wolves are fighting it out below. This nearly dead werewolf that you got that is on the platform with you guys, after getting stabbed in the foot, lunges down at you, Juniper, and bites at you. 19, I assume, hits.
That does hit. I was just muted.
Oh, okay. Multi. Okay. It also swings at you, so it also throws a claw. It scratches at you while it's biting you. That's a 14. Does that hit?
Oh yeah, 14.
A 14 hits too. Okay, so its bite and its claws both hit you.
Sorry, I thought I was taking 14 damage.
Oh no, sorry. I was just rolling both the attacks. So the bite does 7 piercing damage, and the claws do 5 more slashing damage. And I need you to make a Constitution savings throw.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Retro.
You're gonna be like me soon, Juniper.
21.
Okay. All right. So it slashes at you a couple times, seems to do some damage, but otherwise you're feeling all right.
Imagine being part wolf and part goat.
You guys hear the armor below continue to get sort of ripped apart.
Please, this is my last chance. I am dying.
Actually, you now don't hear any more commotion down below. You don't hear any more clanking. It's suddenly gone silent.
Aw.
Made a friend and lost him.
Bye, Johnny.
That's
Bye.
That's by Johnny 5. That's life, brother.
As this werewolf is attacking Juniper, Esmeralda, who has found Juniper to be her little friend, just suddenly becomes enraged, and she grabs her silvered sword with 2 hands and leaps over Ragnar's back and stabs towards it with 2 hands and hits it.
She's finally done fucking yucking it up now. She's ready to fight.
And oh shit. Okay. So she stabs this wolf who falls backwards, and as he's falling backwards, his body starts contorting and shifting into a naked human female.
Oh, Jesus.
An elderly human female at that.
Jaggy
And she falls onto the platform the floor that Rictavio and Thoradin are on. The 97 pounds of additional weight that land on the platform, this whole floor collapses as the 3 of you drop 15 feet.
She has
to the-
jaggy tits.
Yeah,
They look like a potato in a sock.
real nasty.
Like if you just took a long
Oh, jeez.
basketball sock with a potato in it.
Rictavio and Thoradin take 14 points of fall damage. And
I
you
take
guys are.
nothing.
He's invulnerable.
Oh well, I think that means I think you have resistance, right?
Oh,
I think
so
you
half
take-
maybe?
Yeah, you take half resistance. So you take 7 damage.
7,
Rictavio takes 14.
Does the old lady make contact with me, or do I skillfully avoid her?
She kind of lands. Her dead body lands on near the suit of armor. Which
Ugh.
now that you're on the ground floor, you see that suit of armor's just been shredded. It's just like pieces of plate all over the place.
What a
Is
mess.
his head still talking? Like you
No,
betrayed me.
Dead silent now.
I could
Dead
have
silent.
come up with you.
Okay.
All right, so Thoradin and Rictavio are now with the friend wolves down there.
Yep.
Great.
I gotta kind of take a piss. Does anybody else have to take a piss?
Yeah. Let's take a
Yeah.
5-minute break.
I gotta put the dog out. I got,
Yeah.
Oh, Schnell,
I'm gonna-
look at that
Aw.
beard. Look at that
I'll-
beard.
I'll keep
Yeah,
doing
this is,
combat
this is
stuff.
true.
Juniper used to have one like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right, I gotta pick him out.
I'll be back.
BRB.
Three, 4, 5, 6.
That doesn't sound good.
Oh. Yeah, I'm just trying to speed this up. 4. And 22, 26. It's 4, it's 30. That's only half.
This
What are
music.
you adding up
This
over
music's crazy. No, because when it's driving me crazy because it keeps doing it makes like a sound every now and then. It sounds like coins like in a bag or something like that, and it sounds exactly like the sound of when you play a secret in Hearthstone, and I'm losing
I hear
my
it too.
mind.
I hear it. I heard it now that you said that.
Every time I hear it, I'm like, am I streaming Hearthstone? Am I watching Hearthstone?
All right. Hey, so just to kind of like fast forward to what's happening here, I kind of ran through a bunch of the turns of the enemy here. Because what happened is Thornton and Rictavio have fallen to the ground floor, which suddenly got swarmed by wolves who have rushed into the room and are clawing and biting at the two of you. So I ran it all out. I rolled all the attacks. Thornton, you got hit 4 times.
Yep.
For 40 piercing and slashing damage, but with your invulnerability, you take half of that.
Okay.
But I need you to roll 4 Constitution saves.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
22. 9er. Natural 1 for 6. 24. You said 4 Constitution?
Yep,
or
that was
5?
good. Yep. Okay. And then I gotta do something similar for Rictavio. And then you because of this potion that's like coursing through your veins, you feel like extra super resilient. And even though these wolves, you're literally just a pile of wolves are on you, biting and scratching at you. You seem to resist a ton of the damage. Otherwise, would have been pretty bad. Rictavio does it. You were kind of in the front, so Van Richten gets hit by a bunch as well. Yeah, so that's it. Alaric, it's your turn. You're on the second floor.
Okay, so is there nothing around me then on the second floor?
This floor has the arrow slits. But now the whole half of the floor where Rictavio and Thornton had landed is collapsed. So you can from that side you can see down to the first floor.
Okay, and I feel like where I'm standing is okay right now.
Yeah, the platform itself is still
that's fine.
sturdy.
Mm-hmm. And how far was the fall? You said 15 feet.
15 feet.
So can I see a wolf now?
Yep. From where you're standing, you can see those two or three wolves that are below you.
How does that held action work? Can I use that?
Yeah, you could use it now.
So, okay. So what I want to do is, I want to walk over to where I can see down. And I know it's a cluster here, so I'm trying to like logistically figure it out. But what I want to do is I want to draw my sword. I still have my sword drawn. Sorry. I want to walk over to the edge, and I want to jump off and scream a battle shout as I'm coming down with my sword in my hand and try to attack on my way down.
Okay, ping the one you're gonna attack.
I don't know. You tell me. Where exactly is the hole?
I'm gonna say that most of the floors collapsed, and you can just.
So I mean, can
wherever
you just
want to
assume
go.
I'm jumping down right from where I'm at, or no? Like I need to
Sure.
move.
Yep.
Like,
no.
so I can
either way.
hit this one. It doesn't
Yes.
really matter to me. I'm just. It's one of those things where I'm just gonna jump off and whichever one I get my eyes on first, I'm gonna try to cut its fucking head off.
Yep. Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. So you take 4 fall damage,
Okay.
but you come down with your greatsword.
Yep.
Okay. Right on top of this wolf's back. Roll your attack.
Okay. Hold on. I just wanna. I think I'm gonna. Oh no. So
I'm gonna move you there.
my rage is not it's no magical stuff, so we won't fuck with that. I just want to.
Well, I think rage would work, but not your wild magic rage.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't need to roll that die. It's just regular rage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
So I just wanted to click that off, and I think I'm gonna attack. I think I'm gonna use my great weapon. Is that what that is? Where I could do the. I haven't done this in a while. So. I don't know how to roll this. I guess I could just roll it and then take the math. I'm going to take a -5 to my hit.
Okay.
But if I hit, I do 10 more damage. So if I hit, I'm adding 13 to the roll because of that feat and my rage.
Got it.
So I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what's the best way to do this. So I'm just gonna roll my attack and then take -5 off of it. So 24 to hit.
That's a hit, and it's dead.
Okay.
You don't need to roll damage. So you come down on this thing. It kind of twists your ankle, and you feel the pain of that from jumping from such a high altitude height. But this great sword of Vladimir's just goes right through this wolf's skull and splits it wide open.
Oh god.
It's called.
And now
Hornguard,
you're
by the
standing.
way, if you noticed, I changed it.
I know. I was like, did I do that,
No.
or did you do that? That's
no,
really
I
cool.
forgot that I could do that, so I gave it a name. Whatever.
I love it. So, do you get an extra attack because you're now on the ground and there's another wolf right next to you?
I do. Right. 'Cause,
Okay.
I mean, all I did was jump down. I mean, I didn't even really take movement.
That's your
technically.
movement.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's my movement. It's fine. So yeah, I will attack the one that's right next to me. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm gonna attack recklessly, whatever the fuck it's called. It's just my great weapon master feat. Okay. So 10. I don't think
Ooh.
that hits.
So yeah, I mean you're twisting around and you fell off this platform and you go to swing at this other one, and with a lot of strength, but just kind of you're not on your heel. You're kind of on your heels and just whiff.
That ankle's really hurting me.
Yeah. A wolf comes running into the room and pounces on top of you, Alaric, but misses.
Okay.
You guys hear a human's voice in the background who says, you just hear this shouting, say, "Get the old man and get the hybrid and get out."
Whoa.
Ragnar, it's your turn.
Can I use that action that I was holding just to shoot
yeah.
him real quick?
Yep.
You hear Decker go, "Fuck that," and
Fuck that.
he shoots this dude right here. Whichever one jumped on Alaric.
That was this one that kind of
I don't know if I can see him. Whichever I can see, I would shoot
Yep.
the one that jumped on Alaric. But
I'd say you could see that one. You'd have to move to the other side of the platform. I'm gonna move that one here. You move over here. You look down. You see Alaric, and you shoot him with the crossbow.
yeah, I'm in my hand crossbow.
Okay,
So 20 to hit,
that's a hit.
8 damage.
Ooh. Okay. And the bolt sinks deep into this wolf who howls and kind of looks up at you. Looks pretty fucked up. Ragnar, it's your turn. You guys are on the platform at the second floor, but the whole second floor has now collapsed, and half of your friends are now down below you, and the bottom floor of this tower is just flooding with wolves.
You said the whole floor is gone. There's nothing left on the second floor.
Like the top, the northwest side of the floor may still be intact a little bit, but it looks really shaky.
Okay.
You're muted, Sal, if you're saying stuff. Or you're just thinking. Trying to think, but nothing happens.
I'm muted. How does it work if I'm gonna throw the thing that I got from getting hit in the shoulder? Like, how would I do that?
You would just make a let's see, it's a javelin. So you get it would be like a ranged weapon attack. So you'd use your dexterity. Let's see. Yeah, I guess you'd get a D20 plus 1 to hit.
D20 plus 1?
Yep.
And I can just throw that. I'm gonna do that for now, because I don't want to waste being up here. So I'm gonna grab that javelin and I'm gonna target the one that Deckard just shot at.
This one here.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so you rip this javelin out of you and like lean over the side of Deckard and whip it down at this pretty wounded wolf.
Not gonna do much. Not gonna hit.
Yeah, it misses. What else can you do?
I'm gonna just get my shield at the ready. And,
Okay.
That's gonna be it.
Defensive stance.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Spargle, it's your turn. You're hanging out of this platform. This room is falling apart. Your friends are falling down below. There's wolves everywhere.
You said there's no floor going this way.
This is the most stable part of the second floor up here.
And there's a window next corner here.
There is actually not. It's really hard to tell from here because this isn't the precise map. But right where I'm pinging here, there's a little arrow slit. There's a couple to the north. The northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest corners have the gargoyles at this floor.
I guess there's no way if there's any flooring, I'm looking to see if there's a way out of the building. No.
Out of the building?
Yeah, this is maybe
not on this floor. Nope. No, just at the north, east, south, and west of this floor are arrow slits. They're only about 6 inches wide and 3 feet tall.
Yeah. Man. All right. I don't think I can probably discern. Are there any that have taken damage that look like they are taking damage?
This is the one that Alaric landed on and fucked up really bad. Wait, no.
No, I killed one.
He killed that one. Somebody hit this one.
Deckard shot
It
him.
might have been Deckard last
Oh, yeah.
turn with the crossbow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Deckard shot him, and this one looks real bad.
Okay, I'm gonna take a shot at him too.
Okay.
Ah,
With your short bow? Is that what you're doing?
Crossbow.
Crossbow. And for a second, Spargle's like almost holding it the wrong way. It's like, it's the guy that pulled out his golf clubs after 5 years and doesn't quite get his grip, right, and doesn't know how to swing. But Spargle, you load the thing up and you're kind of angry that you even have to use this mundane weapon, but the arrow flies out and hits it right in the throat.
Okay. And a whopping 3 damage.
Which kills it.
Hey! The Sparkle
Sparkle.
family.
See that? See that?
See that? See that? See that?
Rictavio stands back up. He looks at you, Thoradin, and he goes, "Hey, friend, we're fucked down here.
I've been more fucked than this, friend."
And he says, "I guess we go down fighting, right?"
Nobody's going. You just relax, old man.
You've
never fought with the dwarves of the Iron Hills.
He swings with his sword, his silvered sword, twice at this guy, who's right in front of him, and he misses just widely the first time, and then the second one hits and actually rips across this wolf's chest and does some damage.
A fine hit, but you should stick to scrolls and spell books, Rictavio. Your fighting days are over.
It's like, you're telling me, man, this wasn't my plan, but get me out of here. It is your turn.
Is there a clear way for me to throw him up to the platform?
Nah, I mean, he's about a 160-pound dude with some gear. I don't think you can throw him 15 feet. You're a strong person.
If you lifted him gently, one of us would pick him up.
Yeah, I'd let you do that. I'd let you boost him to the platform.
Yeah, think Dirty Dancing. Have him run towards you, you pick him up, do the lift.
I'll grab him, Thoradin.
We won't be doing that. Okay, that's... Okay, so I say to Rictavio, I say, Rictavio, step into my hands, and then climb on me and jump up to the platform. It's the only way you're getting out.
All right. Is anybody on the platform going to assist?
Ragnar's going to assist.
Okay. So make an athletics...
Taller?
Yeah, maybe...
Like, he's 4 feet
Longer
tall.
arms.
Can we get somebody else?
Who else is up here? That's really strong.
There's
Sparkle?
Deckard.
All right, Deckard, get in there.
Yeah, I'll
Cowboy,
help.
I need a hand.
I'm reaching down and helping.
Is it going to be an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, it will be. But Thoradin, you give Rictavio the boost. Deckard, you reach down and grab his hand. Either one, Thoradin, make an athletics check with advantage.
All right, here we go. All right, 17 was the first one.
Okay, that's good. Oh, go ahead, roll another one.
Yeah, maybe I'll get a natural 20. Let's see. Okay, I choose the first one.
No deal. I choose the box.
I choose that.
So you boost Rictavio up, and as you're boosting him up, he looks at you as if he's about to thank you. But you also notice his skin looks pale-ish for a second, and as you're lifting him, you feel your own strength kind of quivering oddly. But anyhow, you boost him up. Deckard grabs him, 2 arms, and pulls the old man up onto the platform. One of the wolves, actually 2 of the wolves, swing at Van Richten, and one of them hit, at his leg and kind of claw at his calf, and a bunch of blood squirts out.
Yeah.
Ah, 'tis but a scratch.
But Deckard pulls him up onto the platform, and Van Richten looks down, and he immediately puts his arm down towards you, Thoradin. But that's all he can do right now. Deckard, it's your turn.
You cockteased, you.
Thoradin and Alaric are down below, and there's a number of wolves piling into that ground floor.
So yeah, you know what? So Deckard still has like both. Well, I guess I used my bow. Whatever I need to do to get 2 daggers back in my hand. I don't know if that'll take an action or not.
You didn't throw either of them?
No, I guess I kind of cheated on that last action because what I'd done before that was dropped my hand crossbow and
Yeah, you're not moving. You're staying stationary for the most part. So I'll give you the extra time that it took to put your hand crossbow and grab your dagger. You're pretty quick with it, so we'll call that a wash. But let's say you have your 2 daggers equipped now.
So I see Thoradin and Alaric down there, and from what I can see, what do I see? So I see this dude, this dude, this dude.
Yeah, I moved that one because they're all at the ground floor now. The one that was on the platform with you guys is dead. So everything else is on the ground floor. You, Spargle, Juniper, Ragnar, now Rictavio, and Esmeralda are all on the platform on this second floor that's like half ripped apart, and then all these other wolves are down below with Alaric and Thoradin.
Got it. Okay. So Deckard jumps down. With both daggers and comes down, and this one's all messed up, right?
No.
Did the one that I shot die?
Yeah, I've been deleting them to clear the map.
Okay.
So that one's fresh.
Got it. So screw it. These bitches want a piece. I'm coming down, and I'm driving a dagger right into this one for my first attack. Actually, shoot. I'm thinking, can I come down with 1 dagger in my hand crossbow? I want to go all old school melee crossbow.
Yeah,
Dagger.
if you're dropping your dagger, if you're literally just tossing your 1 dagger to the side and grabbing your hand crossbow as you leap down, I'd say that's your interaction and your movement, and you can still have your full attack.
Cool. So I'm gonna shoot this dude as I'm coming down, like midair.
With the crossbow?
Yep.
Okay. So go ahead and roll. Yep, there you go. I think that's a hit.
So 11 damage.
So as you're coming down, like you haven't even hit the ground, your crossbow like thunk like a nail gun, just right through this wolf's head. As it barely even makes a noise, it just goes motionless and drops, and it is dead. And you land on its dead corpse. So I'll put you right there. And now you're between Alaric and Thoradin and you're surrounded by wolves. But you're standing on the dead one you just killed.
And I land right in front of this dude. I say, hey, big fella. And I drive my dagger right towards his chest. And 13 to hit.
That's a hit.
Nice.
They don't have a ton of defense. They just have skin and fur.
Cool. So 8 damage.
All right, 8 damage.
And then I'm going to use my crossbow expert feat to fire point blank with my hand crossbow again.
Okay, roll that one.
So 14 to hit
Okay.
and 6 damage.
So the dagger sinks in deep, and you can feel his body like crunch back. Now this one is a werewolf, right?
Mhm.
This is not a wolf. This is a hybrid formed werewolf that is in the mix here. And then you pop him with your hand crossbow, which just bounces off him like a bullet off of Superman.
Yeah.
All right, Juniper, it's your turn. You're up on the platform. All these other guys drop below, and they're surrounded by wolves.
So can Juniper see out the front doors? I'm assuming that it's like completely burnt away. But like, can she see over the wolves to the person in the distance back there?
Like barely.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't have a good shot at him. It'd be with quite a bit of cover. But you can see that he's still out there. You just can't tell what he's doing, and there's a lot of stuff in your way.
Okay. So would she be able to use the Walker House dagger like a thrown weapon? Would she be able to toss that? Well, throw it
Yep.
towards the. Okay.
Yeah, I think it has a 20-foot range without disadvantage and 60-foot range with.
Okay. Do you want me to just
Disadvantage?
use a simple ranged weapon for that? Or
Yep.
do you want me to use dagger? Okay. So
Now, who are you trying to hit?
it was a natural one, the one right in the middle.
This one here?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a 3, but a natural 1.
Yeah. So you go to throw the dagger, and it just goes way over his head and sort of lands out in the dirt, well beyond everybody and outside of everybody's reach. So you've kind of lost that dagger for now.
Excellent. I don't really think I'm not gonna jump off, so yeah, that's gonna be it.
Okay. At that, a werewolf from above suddenly drops down into the middle of the platform and jumps on your back, Juniper. And slashes you with a claw and then bites down with its mouth. The claw attack was a 14 to hit.
Hit.
That's a hit. So that's 7 slashing damage. And then it tries to sink its teeth in you. 22, I assume hits. I know hits. For 9 piercing damage. And I need you to make a Constitution save.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
I don't think you were doing too good on that health pool.
I don't think I'm doing too good on it either. I'm at 23, or I'm very hurt. Super injured.
All right. 3 wolves jump into the room and try to attack Deckard. And so... Okay. And they all try to bite at you. 16.
That does not hit.
Okay. 23.
Yep.
Okay, so and then the last one misses too. So one of them hits for 7 piercing damage. So one of the 3 wolves actually gets to you and bites into you. And I also need you to make a strength savings throw. So you also get, as these 3 wolves jump on you and are gnashing at you, one of them bites through you and does some damage. But you also get knocked prone. So you have the prone condition right now.
Yeah.
Which means, do you know what that means?
I don't remember.
Yeah, me neither. Prone
Have you-
means you can only crawl. You have disadvantage on attack rolls. Attacks against you have advantage. And I think you need to use your movement to stand up next time.
I think like half the movement, right? Stand up.
Yep. Exactly. Half a movement. Half of your movement. Esmeralda, seeing this werewolf dive onto the platform, swings at it twice. And she misses the first one and like gets so mad that that happened that she takes the second one and drives it straight through its chest. She got a crit on the second one.
Nice.
So that was okay. All right. But it looks pretty good still. You guys have figured out that some of these are werewolves and some of these are just wolves, right? And the wolves are weak, and you guys have been killing them pretty quickly. And some of them, even in wolf form, it's no kind of rhyme or reason, are actual werewolves. And in fact, the werewolf who's in hybrid form in front of you, Deckard, now that you're prone, he jumps on top of you and tries to bite you. An 18 to hit.
That if it ties my AC, that hits.
I think that does. So 10 piercing damage, and I need you to roll a Constitution save.
Ooh, I should have freaking transformed before I jumped down here. Constitution save?
Yep.
0. 4. I rolled a natural 1.
Okay. But then it goes to slash at you after it bit and kind of sunk its teeth into you, and its slash just misses so much that he actually hits his friend next to him and knocks the wolf back a few feet. Seeing all this kind of going down, you hear the human in the background saying, you hear him shout, he goes, "Damn it, wrap it up, boys, we gotta go. Ain't happening. We'll come back." Okay. Let's see, these two next to you, Thoradin. Oh, shit. Hit 4 times. Well, each with a bite and a claw. So, 26, but you take half of that because you are invulnerable, or you have your invulnerability. So 13 piercing and slashing damage.
Okay.
As these two right here are just going nuts on you and trying to get by. They're actually now look like they're trying to get out of the tower and get through you. Alaric, it's your turn.
So what do I see them doing now that it's my turn? Are they still trying to get out? Like, all of them are trying to get out?
Yeah, like these two wolves are like ripping at Thoradin and just biting and clawing and almost climbing over top of him after that dude outside like shouted that. They're like trying to get to the front door.
So they're all trying to get to the front door.
Those two at least.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna just like fucking just be like, oh, here's the front door. See you guys later. So, I'm gonna run over toward however you want to work this out here. I don't know who I can walk through, get through. I'll run over towards Thornton and try to maim the one that's all over him, or one of the ones that's all over him.
Okay. Pick one.
Can I move like over here, and I'll just attack this one, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that like I can? Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna do Great Weapon Master attack, so -5 to hit. So 16.
That hits. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, so this is gonna get plus 13 damage on whatever I roll. So
Big
26
damage.
damage.
So you hit this one this wolf squarely as you did all the other ones, and it feels like your sword is bouncing off of pure steel
Really?
and doesn't even pierce his skin.
Well, then I'll take a swing at this one. I mean, am I learning anything through all this fighting? Like, can I tell just by looking at these things? Like, am I wasting my time?
You still got that silver dagger?
Yeah, it's just process of elimination at this point. It's sort of like you lost a tooth, just random. Was it loose, or did Colin punch you?
No, it was like half of it was out, but like half of it was still on.
Someone's getting their ass beat. We're not sure who. We're gonna find out, people. It's gonna be very.
Someone's getting $20 under their pillow.
Because I've been wanting to do that.
Cool. Hey, I got werewolves to kill here, so I'll talk to you later. All right, bye. Good luck with the tooth.
Beat it,
Love you
kid.
too.
Werewolves to kill.
All right. So, what you're learning is that despite their form, some of these are wolves, some of these are werewolves. Your magical sword, which you think would normally do stuff against werewolves, is negated by the field around this tower. And so it's kind of been luck of the draw whether they're a werewolf or not a werewolf. You haven't. There's really no way to tell that you guys know other than observation.
All right. Well, I'm gonna use my extra tech on this one here.
Yep.
25 to hit.
So you swing at the one and it just bounces off like steel, and you just turn around and you hit the other one squarely.
18 damage.
But the same thing happens. It just doesn't do any damage.
Awesome. Well, then I'll just stand there in dismay.
The man outside says, he yells in, he says, try to grab the hybrid and get out. Ragnar, it's your turn.
Okay, so there's a werewolf on the platform with us, right?
Yep, he jumped in from the upper floors, maybe climbed up the tower through the opening that you tried to go through before, and then just jumped on top of you guys.
So, am I allowed to do this? Decker dropped a silver dagger up here. Can I drop my sword, pick that up, and take a stab at this guy?
Yeah.
It's very close quarters over here.
You had one.
I don't know if I had one. Did I have one? Or did we all have one?
We all might have had one, but I'll let you do what you just said. I mean, that's
Okay.
all kind of in the movement.
I'm
You
gonna.
got the Spargle's dagger.
So I'm gonna grab that dagger. I still want my shield though. Not giving that up. And I'm gonna take a stab at this werewolf guy.
Yep.
So do I just hit the regular thing under my regular weapon to hit, or is it different because it's a different weapon?
It is a different weapon, but you should get your
The modifiers?
you should get your plus. I think you'd get a +9 on it.
Okay. So I'm gonna do that. 15.
That hits.
And that's with the silver dagger. So then what would I roll for damage with
I think it's
this?
just a D4 for dagger, right?
D4.
D4 plus your strength modifier. Wait.
Uh,
Is that right? Is that right? It's a finesse weapon, so you'd add your dex modifier.
so it says like +3 on my dex. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Five.
5. Okay. All right. Yeah, you hit him, and the dagger sinks in and draws blood.
All right. I would do that again.
Okay.
With my. Oh, actually, I have that dueling thing. So can you make that 7?
Yep.
+2 to damage. I always forget to add it.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Swinging at this character again, and that's probably not gonna hit. 12.
That's a hit.
Oh, okay, cool. That's a natural 1 plus the 4. No, plus the 3 dex, plus the 2 dueling.
Okay. Yeah, you're not used to using a dagger, but you managed to make it work, and you stab this thing, and being silver, it sinks in and seems to hurt him. All right, Spargle.
You stole my thunder, Ragnar. All right, so Spargle was like, when he cast aside the dagger, saw it, and he was lunging for it. Ragnar goes and scoops up and does some real damage, and he just backs off while he whistles a little. He backs up a little bit.
I don't think I can do anything.
I can't see this one right here, right? The oops, let me use. Sorry. This one here, I don't have a shot at that, do I?
No.
And I don't have a shot at this guy here. Not the one here, but the one here.
Yeah, I would give you that one. Oh, with a ranged attack of a bow of some sort.
Yeah, all right, I'll take a shot with my bow.
Okay.
That middle one right
Cool.
there.
Cool.
Who knows if it'll do anything.
That
Oh.
hits.
Seven.
You hit him, and it knocks him back, and he looks almost dead. He's kind of limping around, and he pulls back. In fact, at that, a number of these wolves that are around the door, almost seemingly ignoring the human guy, start running backwards. Rictavio, who's on the ground floor, he takes a step back.
He was on the platform.
Oh, you pulled him up onto the platform. I'm sorry. That's right. He looks down below. And wait, what's this guy? Oops, sorry. I don't need this. Shit. Yeah, Rictavio just moves back on the platform towards Esmeralda, and he says, and you hear him kind of talk to the rest of you. He goes, sounds like they're in retreat. Don't let them grab anybody. Thoradin, it's your turn.
So these two werewolves, Alaric attacked and nothing happened, right?
That's right.
And lay on hands is considered magic, right?
Probably.
What else would it be? Oh fuck.
Really good massage.
Yeah, right. Right. So we all have these silvered weapons, right? I think, got these silver daggers. So Thoradin is beat up. He obviously wants to disengage with these werewolves, but he knows his best chance is fighting through them, because if he runs away, they'll still be able to hit him. So, realizing this, Thoradin reaches in his sack for his silvered weapon, his silver dagger, and he tries to hit this one right here.
All right.
So what did we say? It's a D20 for hit.
Right.
Plus, is there?
Your dexterity, so plus 1.
Okay.
Yep.
A 10.
You miss.
All right, so I swing again because I get to attack.
Yep.
19.
That one hits.
And we said D4 plus Dex for damage.
Yep.
3.
Plus 2. Or that was with it, plus 2.
We said plus your dexterity modifier.
Yep.
So it would be 2 plus 1.
Okay. Cool. All right. Yep. You miss once, but then you bring the other dagger. You stab back again, and this time you hit him, and he kind of looks, or it like pulls back a little bit, as it definitely did some damage.
Is there blood on the dagger?
Mm-hmm. I know what you're doing.
Yeah, in an attempt to intimidate the werewolf, I lick it and I go, ah! And I spit back at him.
And now you're a werewolf.
And now, no, I have poison resistance and dwarven resilience. I don't get sick.
Deckard, it's your turn. You're prone. There's werewolves all around you.
Can I see him through the door?
Yeah.
So Deckard, so I use my movement to stand up, right?
Half of your movement, yep.
So I stand up, and Deckard actually, so I can see Curel. Well,
Yep.
I'm sorry, metaing here. I see this guy, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna pull I stand up, and I drop my weapons and I pull out my longbow. Or no. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my longbow. And I'm going to use my Crimson Right feature. So I'm gonna roll a d6. So I take 3 damage. And the bow catches fire. And I am going to attack the human-looking dude, this guy.
But this is all magical, right?
I
think it is. It says right damage is magical.
Okay, so I can't.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's magical in nature. Now, not to meta it too much, but you guys have figured out it's the proximity of the tower. So if you were to want to do exactly what you were saying, but use your movement to run out of the tower,
Yeah.
I'll let you do exactly what you're doing. So just go ahead and move yourself where you want to be.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty clear to you guys that it's the
Okay.
anti-magic fields, the tower itself.
Can I retcon what I'm going to do a little bit then if I'm going to run out of here?
Sure, yep.
So I'm going to forget the longbow thing. I've got my crossbow and my silver dagger in my hand still. I run to here. Now, the human-looking dude's right here, right?
Yep. He's looking at you a little wide-eyed as you come rushing out unexpectedly.
And once I get out, I use that Crimson Right feature
Okay.
on the silver dagger,
Okay.
Oh boy.
and I attack him with that dagger.
Okay. All right. Roll it all up.
Where is it? Oh my gosh, natural one. Shut up.
He looks terrified for a second as you come lunging forward, but you trip over the other werewolf and just kind of stick the dagger into the dirt right at this guy's feet. And he looks down and he smirks and he says, maybe not tonight, but you're gonna be ours.
Oh.
He kind of almost leans over and whispers it to you as you're just stuck in the ground.
Dirty.
And then he makes this howling like whistle.
Ugh.
Sounds like it's a human whistle, but it sounds like a wolf whistle almost in a weird way. As all of the werewolves and wolves in the area sort of perk up at that noise.
He's gonna get you, Christine. He's gonna get you.
That's end of days.
Yes.
So
in New York.
Deckard
Christ in New
whispering
York.
in his ear, I'll be your Huckleberry. And
Ew.
Ew.
attacks him again with the
Okay.
same dagger.
Cool.
Come on.
That
Thir-
hits. That's a hit.
Nice. So attack him, and then also what I'm going to do here is, because I'm hitting him with my Crimson Right, I am branding him.
Yes.
That moves it from the hag at the tower to him, right? You can only have
Yeah.
one brand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck the hag.
All right.
So I'm doing that, and so I do. Well, I'm accidentally in. So it's 9 damage.
Okay.
That's from the silver dagger,
Yep.
and then it's a D6 for the Crimson Right damage. So another 3 fire damage,
Okay.
and he's branded.
Got it. Yep. When you hit him with that, and you can see the like symbol kind of like glow and then fade. He looks down and he looks at you, and he snarls like a wolf. He's a human, but he snarls like a wolf. A little bit of irritation as he kind of draws back a little bit, and now he's turning around. And is that it for you?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I still have my crossbow to shoot. So
Yeah, you could use that.
this little bitch who's running away,
Yeah.
I pop a crossbow
All
bolt
right.
at him.
All right. Need a 12 to hit.
27.
Yep. You hit it right in the sphincter.
7 damage.
7 damage. And it kind of rolls over like like when your dog kind of like trips and. But he's still running. But now he's running with quite a little bit of a gimp. But he's all of these wolves down here, down this way, are just hightailing it as fast as they can. Kiro, the man, has turned around as well. Is that it for you?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So just to kind of like speed it up, wrap it up. You guys can do whatever you want here. after the human guy had commanded, yelled out at them and whistled and stuff, everyone has noticed that every single wolf or werewolf is trying to flee. So we can pick this back up next time with them fleeing and you guys in pursuit, or you guys can just chill and let them go. What do you guys think you want to do as a group?
Thoradin is in no position to chase anyone.
I think we let him go,
Is there anybody in the group that would
especially considering we got a brand.
would be chasing them?
Not after hearing what they said.
Yeah.
They were trying to kidnap Deckard and kidnap the old guy.
Yeah. Deckard's definitely not worried
Too
about
dangerous.
chasing him.
Okay. Then for the sake of time, I would say if you guys are all just kind of like chilling back after Deckard stabbed the man and all the other ones are kind of running away and shot another one, if you guys just kind of step back, the remaining wolves, you took out about half the crew, the remaining wolves and werewolves do not fight you any further once the man started to run away. They are just following his orders, and the half of the pack that was left on the causeway, you guys are all pretty battered and beat up. Van Richten is just happy to be alive at this point, and the wolves get away, but you guys are still alive. Tower's all fucked up. Van Richten walks up and says, hold on 1 second, I've lost something, which I don't know that I'll find it.
What a fucking ordeal that was, huh?
The Juniper, you're still alive, right?
Yes, I am
You
still
took a
alive.
beating. We were tanking with our mage there.
Yeah, well, I had to do something. Apparently, taking a beating is all I was going to do tonight.
That's okay, hon.
Some ice armor tanking there.
I did my best. And I'm considering in a win that I didn't actively make any of the situations worse, right?
He says, so as everybody leaves, Van Richten says, he reaches into his chest and he says, I normally travel alone. He says, but an old Vistani woman gave me this card.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know if you guys can see it.
Is that the Conjurer?
Wait, what am I? Where am I? Should I see? Oh, is this in? Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
it's a
Oh,
skull
It's
in
a
his heart.
physical thing he's
The
holding.
artifact. It's the artifact card.
And he says, I wouldn't want anything to do with you or you. He looks over at Esmeralda. He says, I'm disappointed you're even here. He says, but an old Vistani woman who I didn't trust or believe, she told me that if I desire to break my curse, I should seek the 5+1, the visitors from a faraway land who travel with the last of a Barovian clan. I see 6 of you here. I think we need to work together. I don't know what the fortune telling meant. But let's figure this out.
You got any food?
Ragnar says to him, well, you seem to have been watching us. We saw your little notes up there.
Yeah, we saw your little Ray Finkel's posters upstairs.
He says, yeah, you've made a name for yourselves here. I've been, it seems like you're on the right side. I definitely noticed you've been helping our Raven friends, who I've been also trying to help as much as I can. He says, I think we're safe here for the night. Let's secure the building and we will discuss. He commands the golems to bring the platform down a little bit, suggests that you guys secure the front door, and if you want, we'll kind of cut it off here, and next time we can start the session with you guys talking to Van Richten and figuring out what the hell this guy wants and It does seem pretty safe here on this little island for now that you fought off this massive
I love it.
force of werewolves.
Are we picking up like right at that moment, or are we gonna pick up like? Are we taking a rest or?
Yeah, let's pick up right at that moment, because we could do some different things. It's late now. It's 8 or 9 at night.
Yeah.
You're on this island, by the tower. Everything's pretty chill.
Island of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah. So this whole session was one big ass battle, but you guys did well, and now you got Van Richten here, and kind of see what happens with that.
Do we get a long rest? Cool.
No,
we'll
we're going
We'll
back
figure that out.
to.
We decided, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
We should melt all of our daggers down and just make Alaric a giant sword
Oh, my
for the
God.
next time it happens.
It's not a bad idea.
And he could just helicopter around all the bad guys with his sword.
Like a
You just
werewolf lance.
All right, cool. Well,
Yep.
I'll end the stream here then.
Cool,
Thank
man.
you to our viewers and supporters. We couldn't do it without you. We appreciate it.